Oh, okay. I am running around frantic because I'm like, where's my coffee? Hold on. Lucy's in here. Oh. Mm. Well, at least you know when I do Zoom calls now, I actually have clothing on. Hey, don't laugh. I know a lot of people who don't. Now that we're home, a lot of. Did you see that guy a couple of weeks ago on Good Morning America who was doing a report and he had on the suit coat and tie and everything, but he had on his shorts and it was showing. It went viral. But anyway, I've done it all a lot. Hey, somehow I have closed captioning on my shows now. Wow. Hi, Wendy Meyer. Hi, Robert Brooker. D Ball out of Michigan. How's everybody doing? This is one of the hardest days of the year to get into the swing of Tuesday or the day after Memorial Day. Did you know that? It is a proven thing that it is one of the hardest days because it is like the biggest, it's the first big holiday of the year, really, where you get the 4-day weekend. And so this Tuesday is traditionally one of the hardest days for people to go back to work or to quit dragging booty. And as you saw when I opened the show, I am definitely dragging booty. I panicked. I was like, where in the world is Lucy? And on that note, help me welcome to the show my sidekick, my best gal, Miss Lucy McGillicuddy Ricardo. I'm looking kind of dark in here today. I think I'm going to have to do something about my lighting. Let me see if I can turn it up. Hold on. You know, what I've done is Brian ordered, and by the way, we're just kicking it today for a bit, talking about some things because I learned the hard way with this being my 4th year on Bathrobe Moments. Don't book people the day after a holiday. They never show up, and you end up doing this anyway. So, I mean, just sitting here chatting. So I don't book people the day after a holiday. I am so stoked that I have. How did that happen? That I have. Look. Oh, well, you guys are on your phones. You see, I have closed captioning. Oh my goodness. So anyway, here we are. Yesterday was a momentous day, not because of the holiday. I am so dark. Ugh. Anyway, oh, I know what it is. It's this new camera. I'm messing with it. Let me see. I want my old camera back. Honey, bring me. He's got it in his car to take to work. Brian bought this camera. Um, and he has another one that should come today. I hope it's better than this one. I liked it. I liked this camera because it was more high def than the $18 one I've been using from Target, but it makes me dark. I mean, it's a wider camera, but good lord. At first, I thought I liked it because it had my skin glowing. I need to do something with the lighting, though, and play with it and see if I can make it work. But anyway, yesterday, Lord, I can't wait until I'm at NBC and I don't have to worry about this kind of stuff. I'm just saying. Um, that's how you get it. You speak things into existence. It's called law of attraction manifestation. Cheers. Mm-hmm. So anyway, yesterday I putzed around in the yard a little bit. Um, I need, I love, you guys know on my Facebook page, I love to post meals that I cook. But there's this one thing that I cannot do. I make really great barbecue ribs I have a method. I put them in the oven and then I take them out and I put them on the grill to finish them off. But I tried yesterday. Dee, you know what I'm talking about. My cousin Tori, she can do ribs on the grill and they're there and they seem like they're just smoldering and they got the smell and the fire's real low and I burn them up every time. I did it again yesterday. They were crispy. I mean, there was like 4 inches of burnt on each side, including the bone. And so we tried that for Brian. He hates to tell me when something sucks that I cook, so he sits there eating through it. And our teeth and lips and fingers looked like we had come out of a burning building. It was horrible. But anyway, so I did that. But last night at 7 o'clock was a really great moment for me. I had the pleasure and the honor of sharing the screen with 5 other gentlemen. the youngest being 13 years old, Jordan, and then Carson, Chef Carson from Top Chef Junior, Carson Peterson, 15, DJ's 26, and Cedric Riley, I think he's 31, and then 40 something is what we'll say, Dylan Ali, Dylan out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and then myself at a ripe old 57. We had the conversation, generational healing, and it was a really great thing. I encourage you to please get over to the Bathrobe Moments page or my YouTube channel and take a look at the replay from last night, where we had 6 generations, and we talked about how this pandemic has affected us, but how has it made us better men? How has it made us better brothers, better sons, better fathers, better uncles, better neighbors, better workmates, better partners, soulmates? So really went well. Really went well. I anticipate a lot of traction with that. And anyway, what else is going on? Not much. I'm just, you know what I'm doing? Tell me what you think. Oh, you guys have some comments. Let me get over. It's been a long time since we've done this. Just sat and kicked it. And I'm grateful. I'm grateful. We probably won't even be here the whole hour today. But I want you to get over and take a look at that. I'd love your feedback on the show Generational Healing, healing in the midst of a pandemic. So, but tell me how you feel about this one. Places around are starting to open up, and it's kind of eerie. I mean, when Brian and I see, like, one of our neighbors had people over yesterday, and nobody had a mask, and they were sitting just right, like things were, I mean, no social distancing. What do you think? What's your opinion? Do we need to, when they say you can be around people, does that mean don't wear the mask anymore? I'm confused, because I'm not trying to catch something. I have asthma. I'm 57, almost 50. I don't know if that puts me in the old people range, but I'm just not trying to catch it. I ain't trying to go out like that, So, I mean, we saw pictures all over the weekend of hordes and hordes and droves of people at beaches and all kinds of things. And I get it. We're desperate for, human interaction. But I'm trying to see if I can make this. I am so dark on here today. It's not doing nothing. That strand over there, worthless. So anyway, but I'm just wondering, how are you going to do it? Brian and I have talked about this a lot, and we're going to just slowly, maybe we don't officially open up for the small groups and stuff until I think this Friday, and then like hair salons and places like that, outdoor things at the health clubs, that sort of thing. But I think what we're going to do is maybe have a couple friends over first. We'll be outside on the deck. We'll still social distance. But do we wear the masks? That's what I don't understand. I still have to wear it when I go to the stores. So, and even if they tell us we can take them off, are you willing to take the risk? What are your thoughts? What are you guys going to do? I really need your help on this one. Seriously, somebody say something. Check the official channel to be sure. That's what Robert Brooker says. Well, we were doing that. Or use a small desk lamp just behind the camera. Oh, I have a gooseneck. I'll have that ready for tomorrow. I'm not crawling under that desk today. I ain't trying to ruin my new knee. So anyway, thank you for that, Robert. Excuse me. I'm really confused. Wendy Meyer, you're usually on top of this kind of thing. What say you? Are you going to, are you back? Are any of you, D, I already know. In Michigan, I know I've seen people all over the place, but what are you personally doing? Are you guys going to just throw your masks to the side? Do we keep them in the cart? Destiny Riri Pool says, they told us that we can have 10 people over. I love your new picture, Destiny Riri Pool. That's cute. That we can have 10 people over outside of the home, but must continue to social distance plus wear our masks. Okay, so, but then why are people not wearing? That's interesting, because I know they're not watching, so, but I mean, because our one neighbors, they're staunch Christians, and they usually do everything by the book, but they didn't have masks on, and they weren't sitting 6 feet apart. Maybe I guess it's a personal choice. And this is another thing. Are the churches opening back up? Does anyone know? I know they've been fighting. Some of them even were taking the governors to court, and just having services. And how do you feel about that? Cedric Riley there. Thank you for showing up. We were just chatting. Said it was just a kickback day. We're just talking. If you want, Cedric, I can send you the link. You can come in and be on the show with me today if you want. You want to do that? Hold on, you guys. I'm going to do that. Cedric, I'm sending you the thing because I know your email by heart. In case you want to come in and just kick it with me. Okay, where are you guys? Okay, there. Cedric, I just sent you the link to come into the green room if you're interested in being here with me today. We could talk about how it went last night. But anyway, in Cedric, he was a panelist last night. And we were talking about the fact that, he has 3 little girls, 8 years old, 6 years old, 1.5, and they have a baby on the way that's due September 11th, 9/11. And, they found out they were pregnant. They were 2.5 months pregnant when this thing got here, this COVID-19. And so he had a lot to say about. Oh, here's another comment. Thank you guys for speaking up today, helping me out. Myra Jean, girl. If you don't get off that phone right now and get in here and do these dishes. I'm just kidding. Did you ever hear? That just sounds like it went down at one point in time. Did it, Myra? Did it? Myra Jean says, I'm keeping my mask on. I don't care what they say. Girl, where is that one? Look. Oh, I got rid of that one. I am doing the same thing. What if you or someone you're with is asymptomatic? Now what? I agree. So, I might be the only one still wearing a mask 2 years from now. But if they don't have a vaccine yet, mask it is. That's just my personal. Now, Wendy says yesterday we were on the lake doing social distancing, but we're not changing too much. What's that mean? Enjoying family and friends, no masks. But if you have a compromised immune system, then bring it with. I understand that. Oh. Okay, so Myra G said, yes, hey, Loren, yes, my mama did that. I know she did. You just have a name that just lends itself to that. Myra Jean, I ain't gonna tell you again. So anyway, see what I'm saying? Now, Wendy, you guys were on the lake yesterday. What did you mean when you say, but we're not changing too much? I don't get it. What does that mean? And here's another thing. Compromised immune systems and stuff. Do we really, are those really the only people that need to be careful? I don't know. I'm just going to pray about it. Because I'm not, well, I guess if you're young, but young people have done this too. Enough of that, though. I'm done with this thing. I'm going to keep mine on. You can keep yours on. So, what about, okay, let's talk about this. Are you planning? This is a good one. Let me hear, type in what you're thinking. So, Memorial Day is behind us. We have the 4th of July coming up. We know how big a holiday that is because, of course, it's my birthday. Duh. Right. So I'm really thinking about this one. Seriously. Because, I wear red, white, and blue. I'll put a do-rag thing on. Red, white, and blue. Everything. Even my drawers are red, white, and blue. I am truly a Yankee Doodle dandy. Born on the 4th of July. Hey. And so, that has been my thing since I was a little kid. Now, my question to you is this. As you make your plans now for the 4th of July, are you planning them with social distancing points in place? Or are you planning the 4th of July holiday to be as close to it was last year as possible? Are you going to just have 10 people? What are you going to do? I don't know what we're going to do. Think about fireworks. Everybody is all crowded up trying to get the best seat, blankets, those little chairs, and all that kind of stuff. What about that? This is what, where we're at right now? Do you know what we're talking about right now? We're talking about the new normal. That's what it truly means, the new normal. Myra Jean says, no, everyone needs to be careful. I agree. I agree with that. What say the rest of you? Robert, I know you have plenty to say. I love that about you. Cedric, did you just pop in just to show your face and then ran when I asked you to come in here? I don't see you. That's okay. I understand. Um, what else? What else? What else? What else can we talk about today? I still feel bad for the students, and that's another thing. Have you heard any changes for graduations? I know this weekend, or this week coming up, would have been a lot of graduates' weekends to graduate. A lot of graduations around the country would have taken place. A lot of open houses would have taken place, and next week as well, going into June. When I graduated high school, it was June 4th. I think it was June 4th. It was June something. The first week of June. Um, I'm sure it will be better than last year. Hi, Greta Lachelle. Now, I know you have a lot to say, Greta. Thank you for joining us. Greta, we're talking about now that, different communities and states are loosening the restrictions for sheltering in place and how we distance. Are you going to still use the mask? Are you still going to stay 6 feet apart? Are you going to stick with the mandated 10 people or less? What are you going to do? Because everybody's planning for the 4th of July now. And I will be accepting all UPS, Amazon, or United States Postal Service mailed cake. The address is 1695 Smoky Court, Naperville, Illinois 60563. I love me some birthday cake. I'm just saying. And Greta, I know you can cook. Okay, yeah, quit playing. So, but what are you guys going to do? We need to talk about this because the new normal is really on us. I believe it's really on us. And here's another thing. Are you going into the summer, which is going to lead into the fall? You know how quickly that happens. As soon as we get into the summer, it's like, boom, August. Back to school stuff, they start putting it out the last week of July. Dirty dogs. They kill me with that every year. It's earlier and earlier, right? So anyway, so that's going to put you in the mindset of fall even before the weather starts turning to look like fall with leaves falling and all that. So you know what they're saying. They're saying that there's going to be an upswing round two in the fall with this COVID thing. What do you think about that? Oh, Greta, you're such a sweet, dear soul. I love you. Ringing a bell for you. I love Greta. Greta Lachelle Rose, y'all. Greta's been at my Power of Weeds, and she's just, I couldn't do it without her. Love you so much. Let's take a look here. A couple things. Here's what Wendy had to say. She goes, we didn't do a major lockdown in our house. Just not a lot of traffic of kids, friends, or ours. We have just living our life like we did. Living my life like it's golden. We have just been living our life, I think she wanted to say, like we did before the virus hit. I didn't wear a mask, but didn't go out as much during the virus. I'm 38, but I believe everyone should do what they feel is best for themselves. Okay, I believe that as well. Destiny Riri Pool says, I am still wearing my mask and continuing to social distance. Where I reside, we have had a ton of people pass on in various age ranges. Yes, wearing a mask is not just for my safety, but others as well. Some people will be carriers with no symptoms at all, so we have to be careful. That's right. Now, okay, so Greta says she's flying to Alaska. I thought that said Atlanta at first. You're flying to Alaska for the 4th of July. Greta, ain't you black? Black people don't go to Alaska. I'm playing. I actually heard that when you take don't get on a cruise yet. Don't do that. I ain't saying that. But they do say the cruises that go to Alaska, it's one of the greatest cruises you could ever take because you see things that you cannot see to see from land. So I heard Alaska I actually spoke there once in Juneau, but it was in, speak, and out. I didn't see anything but the building that I was in and the little bit of trip from the airport. Um, where are you going in Alaska? What part? What part? Um, that's interesting. So, Greta, you're not afraid to fly. What? That's another thing. They're not social distancing on the planes, are they? I've heard conflicting stories. I know when it first opened up United, remember somebody showed that picture? I think it was Good Morning America. And Greta said, yes. Wait a minute. Greta said, yes, I am black. My nephew lives in North Pole. In North Pole, Alaska. There's a real place called North Pole? Like where Santa lives? You know, it's a good thing. Really? I thought that was a made up thing. There's really North Pole. They're lucky I didn't know that one. I see why they kept that information from me when I was a kid, because I would have ran away to the North Pole. Sure would have. I had a special bond with Santa Claus and the Tooth Fairy. Sure did. Um, well, wow. Take lots of pictures. Greta, have you ever been there? Is it beautiful? Is it as beautiful as they say? And is that what part of Alaska is it where it's dark for like 6 months? Now I couldn't do that. I could not do that. 6 months where it's dark all the girl. Look, I couldn't do it. Greta says he lives 10 minutes from Santa's house. Don't play with me, Greta. Stop, for real. For real? Huh. Wendy Meyer, my oldest graduate. Oh, your oldest graduates. See, y'all thought I was gonna mess it up and say my oldest graduates. My oldest graduates. They're doing a drive-through. Girl, I thought I couldn't spell. I'm just playing. I I think any gatherings we will only do with others we have already been around. Keep communication with people you want to hang with. Ask if they have been sick or had any health problems before hanging out. Now that's another thing. That's another thing, you guys. Do you think that people will tell the truth? Wow, 6 times Greta's been there. Take pictures, Greta. I know it is beautiful. Great for you. Good for you. And I know he looks forward to you coming because you be cooking up some stuff, don't you? Dang, Greta, I'm jealous. But listen, you know when people ask you that, I remember I was at the beginning of this. I just had my knee done. Remember? Had I had it done? Yeah, it was my first time going back after my surgery, which was January 21st. And so it must have been the first week or so of March. I think it was just coming on us. And I was shocked. When I got to the hospital, I do the valet car parking. And they were like, we'll take your keys, but we're not moving your car until someone comes. There's 2 people coming out to talk to you. I was like, talk to me for what? Then give me back my keys. Wait, so they came out and they're like, sir, can we talk to you over here? And they put me off to the side. That was scary. I thought I was like in some sci-fi movie. And I'm like, what's going on? And they're like, have you been out of the country? Da, da, da. Have you been around anybody? Da, da. Have you had a cough? And think about it. If you did have a cough or something, are you going to admit to it? Because I'm scared they're going to like whisk me off to some laboratory. So, but I didn't have a cough. So I just like, no, 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 no. But, I mean, they weren't doing any kind of temperature checks or anything like that at that point of the game. But think about it. Hi Adam Shelton, how are you? Thanks for joining us. Today's just it's every day, every time there's a holiday on Bathrobe Moments, I'll do something on the holiday like I did yesterday. We had a show live from Bangkok, Thailand yesterday. But I don't try to book people the day after holiday because for 4 years running, every time I book somebody on post-holiday day, the day after, they don't show up. They still passed out from all that drinking and partying or whatever it was they were doing. Oh, wait, what's that mean? Well, anyway, somebody didn't show up. so anyway, I'm going to be masked up on the plane. Okay, Greta. Now, Greta, let me ask you something. If you get on the plane, because there have been these situations too. I saw a girl on the news who got on the plane and she saw that they weren't making people sit at least a seat away from each other. So she turned around and said, I'm not flying. Give me my money back. So, Greta, if you go to get on that plane July 4th, or, whenever you're going, and you have your mask on, will you wear gloves because of all the things you got to touch? overhead, tray upright position. And would you have a problem being squoze in with other people you don't know? Like, I mean, think about it. You're right there. And the side, well, I don't know what kind of mask you have, but think about it. Adam, what's Adam saying here? Adam says he's doing fine, keeping busy. Me, because I'm constantly helping people with their mental health. Oh, really? How do you do that, Adam? How do you help people with their mental health? Inquiring minds would like to know. I know I would. I'm just naturally nosy. I'm just keeping it real. So I'm. Oh, that's what you just said. So anyway, Greta, I'd be interested in knowing how you're going to deal with that. And are any of you? How do you feel about flying? Do you think it's okay to do that now, or is it too soon? Now here's another thing. Oh, Linda Sariano, when did you get here? Oh, haven't seen you in years. So nice to see you again. Nice to see you, Linda. How's your mom? Tell her kisses. Linda Sariano from Southwestern Michigan. Um, I keep saying I need to go back to Toastmasters. They'll break you with that. Uh, so travel, opening up travel, and this is my allergies have started. I know that's one thing that they didn't quarantine the ragweed. They need to quarantine it. Lord, do you guys feel that it's okay to get back on those planes and travel in the airports? Mm, it's interesting. I'm not. I just can't. I just can't. I'm not really gonna budge much. I mean, yeah, we'll probably have a few things. I didn't set that deck up just for Brian and I this summer, so we're gonna have a few people over. We'll social distance. I just don't want to be paranoid the entire time, and I don't want to. I mean, after that one time back a couple months ago, you guys remember when the toilet paper thing was going on, and I swore I wasn't gonna fall into that bite. I wasn't gonna bite the bait. I wasn't gonna take the red pill. I did. I got my butt up at 4 o'clock one morning, and when it sat in the Jewel parking lot until 5:30, when I could get in line to go in and buy my toilet paper, and we still have toilet paper in multiple closets because I bought that much. I went in and came. Ooh, you just walked through the screen, honey. Everybody just saw you. That's okay. You can't help it. It's this new camera of yours. I keep saying yours. He might take it back. Have a good day. So, but the thing was, I said I wasn't going to fall for that with the toilet paper, and then I bought probably 300 rolls. So I'm careful now to say what I won't do. But we still are monitoring how much of the news, how much of the COVID updates and stuff. I mean, I do still have Alexa where she pops in during the day and says, "Time to get up and take a walk, stretch, or phone a friend." Um, I don't know if that's helping. Usually she scares me because I'm used to saying, her talking to me in response to me talking to her. But now with that in there, she just starts talking like she's in the other room, making a pot of coffee. And I forget that she's going to do that. And sometimes it does scare me. But I'm going to keep a routine. Linda. Oh, Linda tells me that her mom is in Caretel Assisted Living Facility now. Oh, wow. This is something. This is another thing. People aren't able to visit their aging loved ones. So Linda's mom is in cartel assisted living facility now, and we haven't been able to visit her for 3 months. They're stuck in their rooms and cannot even visit each other. It's terrible here in Michigan. Sheila said hello. Oh, you have to call me about that. Where is Sheila? Tell her I said hello in return. Um, Wendy says, I do believe we will have a second wave of COVID come fall. Okay. Heat eliminates the germs, so when Wisconsin gets cold, it will come back. Ooh, you might as well be in Alaska too. Myra Jean says, Loren, I understand that the country needs to open back up. Yes, and people need to get back to work. But I feel that it's still too soon. There is still not enough of a downturn of this disease in Illinois. So you're in Illinois too, Myra Jean. Okay. So yeah, and that's the thing. They're loosening up, and it's Friday that we go. Friday, honey. Oh, you just left. A Friday, I think we go. Myra Jane, tell me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. Illinois goes into phase 3. Now, I know people have to get back to work. People are going out of business. They got to feed their families. But look at us, Illinois. We had the biggest day in the country. Just what was it, Thursday or Friday, where 2,000 and some new cases. I mean, come on, that's what I look at too. I'm like, well, how in the hell? How are we going to be loosening up this Friday, and we have the biggest numbers of new cases in the country? Brian and I sure won't. We'll keep doing Friday night game night for our entertainment. But I do understand people got to get back to work. That worries me. Now let me ask you this: have you guys heard? There's supposed to be a second stimulus check. I think it's July, and now I'm hearing people say, "Yeah, if they give it to us." Now I know that doesn't do anything to solve much, but it does help a little bit. But here's another thing: did you see a couple weeks ago when I had the two students from Louisiana on the show, two boys, and they were saying they love it. The government's just throwing them money, so they get their unemployment and another $700 a week stimulus money. I was like, what? I had no idea. Right? Did you guys know that there are certain states that are getting unemployment and a weekly stimulus stipend? I thought they were just getting, and then they said they got that one check that the rest of us got. They got that one too. So I don't know. I would have never. I had heard nothing about that. I heard nothing about that. Okay, what? Oh, this is good, Wendy. Yes, I saw that on the news. Wendy says we had a lot of Illinois people here in Wisconsin this weekend boating and coming to their summer houses on the lake. It just made me think back to when Brian and I had. See what I'm talking about? Alexa, that wasn't even a COVID get up and move thing. She just started talking because she wanted to, telling us it's Stevie Nicks' birthday. You know what? She better quit playing with me. She gonna end up in a garage sale. Her and her sister that's upstairs. I don't like it. Scares me when things just start talking on their own. Girl, anybody trying to have a heart attack? Okay, Wendy, I saw that on the news too. That a lot of people, it was just packed. And some of the Wisconsin people were pissed off that it was so crowded. Greta says that Alaska received a state stimulus as well. So that means that, so I didn't know about that. So I need to Google it. I'm out of the loop. Here, Jennifer Burgess. She said, Jennifer, Froelich. Like Fräulein. Lord, I know it's German. Jennifer says, here in Illinois, it's regular unemployment plus $600 a week. Well, that's good to know, because I was like, how are people doing it? That's good to know. Okay, but you know what? It's another thing. We have Brandon Neely, the financial guru, pops in every now and then from Grandma's Wealth Wisdom, and he tells us, we need to be leery about all that money they're throwing out. It ain't, because who's going to pay it back? Somebody's going to have to. Don't come look at me. I ain't got 2 quarters to rub together. I'm just letting you know. But one thing that I am proud of. Here's one thing I'm really proud of. I know a lot of my friends, a lot. People I ain't gonna put y'all's business out there. Don't worry. I know you told me in confidence. I'm fighting it because I want to say their names. Okay, I'm past that. But I have a lot of friends who did this. Called their credit card companies. They called their mortgage company. They called if they're leasing their auto, they called their auto lease company. And I lease my Bobo. I ain't ashamed. I sure do. It's just like a regular payment. It's no different. But, they had all these options. Oh, you can defer 3 or up to 6 payments, I think somebody told me. And we didn't do any of that. I know it was hard. And yes, I had to cut back, couldn't pay certain cards completely off every month like we usually do. Well, Brian does. I don't know. Well, he works 2 full-time jobs. But I didn't. I stopped. I couldn't. I chose to pay the minimum and a little more instead of paying them all the way down to zero like I usually do. Because it hit me too. All my speaking engagements through August ended. And here's another thing. Oh, it's German? Yeah, German. Okay. Yeah, Jennifer. And here's another thing, you guys, I'm going to let you in on. When it first started, I had 6 speaking things lined out. Brian and I were supposed to be in Munich, Germany 3 weekends ago for my TED Talk. And then we were going to go over to Amsterdam so I could meet with my agent and this sort of thing. And out of the 6 things they were like end of March, a couple in April, I think 2 in May, nothing in June, 2 in July, and 1 August 5th. Do you know the second speaking gig that got canceled on me was the August 5th one? The one the furthest away. And guess who canceled it? The district court here in Illinois. I was supposed to do something for them in Springfield, Illinois, the capital. And it was an outside event. They were the second ones out of all the people to cancel their event on me. And I was like, well, wait a minute. Why are they canceling all the way in August? It's March when this happens. This is March now. April, May, June, July. That's 6 months that they were canceling in advance. I was like, and they're the government? Okay. Y'all know something. So that's when I started going, Uh-huh. So anyway, I don't know. It will be interesting going into the fall. Here's another thing. Do you feel, I just want to know, because I'm struggling with this one. Brian and I were talking about this the other night. Okay, we usually get the flu shot. Okay, we usually get the flu shot. Now, this past winter, I didn't get it. I think I don't know why I didn't get it. I just didn't get it. Brian did. He went and got it. I didn't get it. And, but I usually do. Now, this coming winter, will you take the free flu shot or not? Because I'm telling you what, I'm like this. I'm like, I don't know. Y'all might be trying. I just don't know. There's all these theories. Did you hear about okay, we heard about, what is that? 5G, the 5G theory. We heard that it was some kind of warfare. We heard that all these different things, that it was fake. It's not even real. All kinds of things. Okay, Wendy has something else to say. Our girls do 4-H at Walworth County Fair in September. We're praying that it still happens because of all the hard work the kids have done. We're not sure yet. Yeah, and that's the bad thing for kids. I feel so bad for kids. They're starting to have play dates. One of the panelists last night on the show said that his son yesterday, and that was Dylan Ali, that his son Emmett, had his first play date yesterday in 3 months. And it was a great thing for the kids. But I feel really bad for all the kids, the little ones, the bigger ones. Jennifer says it's probably because looking at the other countries that got hit before the United States, they were staying inside for many months longer than us. Okay, I did not know that. And Christina Scholar, hi girl, when'd you get here? Glad to see you. Happy Tuesday. No flu shot for me. Never have, not starting now. No vaccine for me either. Wow. Okay. I'm a little leery about the flu shot coming up. I'm going to just, I didn't get it last year, and I'm still here. Thank you, Jesus. Hallelujah. I'm still here, and I'm thinking, I don't know if I'm going to do it again. Ooh, a couple comments came in. Destiny Riri Pool says, I think it's too soon to open completely up everywhere based upon the data. But that's just me, my personal opinion. Dead people can't work or pay bills. Thank you. Okay. So if the world opens up too soon and a ton of people get ill and die, what good is that? Sure, everyone won't die from COVID-19, but everyone won't survive either. I've seen so many photos of people packed like sardines. Yes, at the beaches this weekend. I think if we use basic common sense, we'd be better off. It has not been proven that really? that heat will, and then it cut her off. Man, you were on the roll. I guess she's saying it's not been proven that heat. Really? I thought it was proven that heat killed it. And okay, Greta, companies can get a deferment on their portion of their Social Security tax. The companies can pay half at the end of 2020 and the remaining balance at the end of 2021. Now, Greta, you're in HR, aren't you? I know Greta works in corporate America, and so she's in the know. She don't be playing with it. Here's another one. Jennifer says my daughter's a Girl Scout and she's done virtual at-home camping. Oh, so like that could actually be a lot of fun. I can already see it. Another question. Will we have to pay taxes in 2021 for the stimulus money that we received? Yes, that I do know. Yes, we will have to pay taxes on that stimulus money. Absolutely. Absolutely. And how do I know that? I know that because I spoke to, well, Brenda Neely was here for one thing. And then one of my coaching clients, Mandy Kikta, had a special. We had a special on E360 a couple weekends ago where Mandy gave away all but $200 of her stimulus money. And we were asking that question then, well, you know, you're going to have to pay taxes on that. She goes, yeah, I know. Now, what some people did was they donated their stimulus check to a nonprofit. And so they're getting the write-off for that so that they don't have to pay the taxes on that money. Now, in my opinion, that could also be one of those situations that's like when people used to think they could copyright a song or something by putting it in an envelope and mailing it back to themselves. I don't know if that ever held up in court or not, but it's one of those things people think they can do. So anyway, who is that for? Wait a minute. Okay, that's the question we had. Then Riri says, Destiny says, really? What state do you reside? Who's that question for, Destiny? And then Myra says, well, dang, I'm giving mine to my church. Yeah, you might want to Google it and find out. And, I tell you, I know it may seem kind of cheap. I mean, we do have an attorney on retainer, but that don't mean nothing because when we call him, you get a bill, you ask a question, he's going to bill you 15 minutes for that question. So you're talking about like $300 and some dollars. No, I Zoom legal. I'll go in there because I got a little thing with them when I need, contracts and, things like that for releases and things like that for my events. And I have minors and stuff. So I have Zoom legal that I pay, I don't know, $50, $60 a month. But you can go in there and ask them questions and a real attorney will call you and tell you what's going on. So I might check that out because they don't charge me extra for that. So, Jennifer. Okay. So Riri is saying, that's for you, Jennifer. What state do you reside in? Yeah, what state do you reside in? So anyway, let me give you guys something to take a look at really quick. Let's take a look. In case you missed it, I'd love for you to go and watch our Generational Healing special last night. A lot of people joined us. We had great viewership last night. Lots of great engagement. Tons of great engagement. That was wonderful. So here's a little thing to tickle your fancy to maybe get you to go watch it if you haven't seen it already. Take a look. I'm bored sitting up here by myself. Let me check with DJ, see what this guy's up to. It's been a minute.
Hey, what's up, Loren?
Hey, what? Oh, dinner time. What you got?
Just some carry out. You know I don't cook.
You need to learn to cook so you can stay safe. Why haven't you checked? Oh, I already got it taken care of. Hold on. Let me show you who I got in the waiting room. Carson.
What's up, guys?
Hey, Chef Carson. What you cooking?
Teach me a recipe around here because I'm out in the streets and I really shouldn't be.
Please.
You know what? I'm so glad you asked because I have all the time in the world to cook and nobody to share with. So I'm going to hook you up. And the kitchen used to be my safe place, but my 6-year-old sister is on my tail now. And Jordan is the only child and he says he's lonely. Loren, call Jordan in here.
I already got you covered. If I can get him away from his game. Watch.
What's up, Jordan?
What's up, Jordan?
Hey, guys. I got nothing to do but play video games all day. Matter of fact, I'm about to play against Dylan and his son.
Hey, what do you think?
Well, then who can pass this up? Hold on. Mr. Dylan. There we go. Wait a minute.
What's up, guys? Oh, man.
Oh, you know what's up. We already heard.
You are saving me. Emmett, go, dude. He's going to go play. Jordan, I'm tapping out, bro. You're the man.
I could have told you not to go there.
Look at Jordan.
Oh, man. Dude, he's crushing me, but seriously, are you guys holding up, man?
Good.
All right.
Doing good.
Okay, yeah.
It's nice to have this, man. I appreciate you guys. And, you know, when we can go again and the mask comes off, I know that you're going to be here for me, and I'm going to be here for you.
Oh,
We're going to be
sure.
here for everyone.
For sure.
Thanks, Dad. Guys.
Thanks, guys.
Love you guys.
Oh, that was our thing last night. That was our promo. And, you know, the conversation with all of the different age groups was just fantastic. And today, we're doing the same thing here. You know, we're just a group of friends who come together every day or whenever we can. And we're having the real conversation because, you know, I think we need to share what your instincts are about certain things with each other. And not just go by, if we went by everything we saw in the press, we'd be running around like chickens with no heads on because it changes almost daily. You hear conflicting stories, you hear this, you hear rumor, urban myths, on and on and on. But when we talk to each other, we know there are those of us who, you know, I just innately, I'm going to tell you something. I lean on, well, Shakespeare said it best, to thine own self be true. I look for the I words inside when I need to ascertain truth from fiction. And what I mean by the I words, instinct, internal, insight, intuitiveness, intuition, same thing. But they're all of those things lead me to the inside. What do you feel on the inside? What do you feel? You know, when I can say I know this to be true, you know how I know that I can say that? Because the truth has a ring to it. It's like a silent dog whistle. And if you're seeking, we're instructed, if you seek, you will find. So if you're looking for the truth, then you have to listen to that thing that said, how many times in our lives, I know, woo, if I could speak in tongues, I'd say Hasababaka. Because I'm telling you, if I had a penny for every time in my life that I went against that that internal prompting, that first mind, which I believe is connected directly to our Creator. If I had not turned away and said, how many times have you gone, you know, something told me not to. If I'd have listened to my first mind, I knew I shouldn't have gave her that money. I'm telling you, y'all, these are times, I think that's a part of the new normal too, where we have to start relying on what we feel and hear from the inside. That leading spirit, that ones that, you know, how many times have you been instructed to, you know, go a certain way that's different than the way you usually go? I tell you, it was not a long time ago, but, you know, a number of years ago, I stopped getting all caught up in feelings if I had a flat tire. That happened to us two Christmases ago. Christmas Eve, I was six blocks from the church where I had to sing. And we had driven all the way from Chicago. We were in Michigan, and Brian was driving, hit a pothole. And we were off on the side of the road waiting for AAA to come and stuff. And I felt a calmness come over me. He said, Loren, don't worry about it. Don't get upset. You're not going to miss anything. And, you know, I felt this thing that said that it was a question I asked myself, like, how do I know? God might have, you know, guided us over that pothole because some drunk driver 2 or 3 blocks away would have crossed our paths right at the most inopportune time. Could have cost Brian and I both our lives. The minute I see something like that, I say something like that, and I go, you know what? I don't talk myself out of that. I go, well, thank God. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you for your hedge of protection. Thank you for this flat tire. Sometimes we have to reinvent blame. You know, I did. People go, you know, I talk to kids all the time in the foster system. Cedric, he was in the foster system, didn't get, that was in here earlier, Cedric Riley from our panel last night. He was in the system, didn't get adopted until he was 15 years old. And we were having this conversation the other day. I said, Cedric, you've obviously learned how to reinvent blame. He goes, what do you mean? Because I call all those young cats, I call them all nephew. I just do. And they call me Unc. And so we have it like that so that we can, if I say, Cedric, let me talk to you. I need to talk with you. He'll listen. But reinventing blame can do a lot for us. And what that means is, if I were to have carried any longer, I carried it for like 4 decades. Yeah, 40 years. I did, admittedly so. But when I started doing the work I do today, God showed me how to reinvent blame. So what that means is, instead of saying, ooh, you dirty dog, you abusers, physical, mental, sexual, all the things you did and whispered to me to ensure my silence. If you tell anybody, I'll kill your family. If you tell, no one's ever going to love you, Loren, because this is the best kind of love a kid like you will ever get. You're never going to learn how to love. No one's going to want you in return. You're always going to be alone, blah, blah, blah. I used to be angry, and I carried those lies with me until the day the I-N words, the internal voice spoke to me. It said, don't buy it. Don't believe it. Let it go. And that's why I have the song on my album right now called Let It Go, because that was the day he told me that. Reinvent the blame. Point across and say, I blame you, abusers, for teaching me patience that kept me alive all those decades when men of my persuasion were dying like flies because they were too looking for love in all the wrong places. You taught me patience until the day when I believed it would happen, even if it was I used to tell God, you know what? I would rather spend the last 5 minutes of my life with my everything than my entire life with just anything. And granted, right around 46 or 7, I was looking at him going, dang, you took me serious, didn't you? But I did find myself, it was 50. But it was just like that, and it closed the gap of all the years of loneliness, sadness, and disparity. When I looked up and I was looking directly into the eyes of my everything, and I married that person. Broken system. I used to blame so many of my problems on the broken system until the day that I-N word spoke to me and said, Loren, reinvent yourself, reinvent blame. And I blame that broken system for giving me a voice that allowed me to testify before Congress about getting trash bags out of the hands of children today. 40 some years after you handed me a trash bag, you still handed trash bags out? For real? So when we have these conversations, we share our truths. We share what that I-N, that first voice, the voice of the Creator, what He has told you, what she has told me, whatever it is that we need. We can get further through conversation. We don't have to be on Capitol Hill. We don't have to be at a press conference with the governor. We don't have to be in close, living next door or visiting the CDC. If we spend more time and remember that this world that we live in is just another example of a modern day stone soup story. Bring your experiences. Bring them to the center of the town that is your life and share it with the other people that are a part of your life, like right here today. What you have to offer is never small, it's never medium, and it's never large. The truth, which our experiences are all our own particular truths. Our truths don't come in pints, quarts, nor gallons. The truth is the most wonderful thing we have. Why? Because it is the only thing within this universe that will never change, and it will never change on us. Find that voice today, I implore you. Find that voice today. Write I-N on a piece of paper, a sticky note. Next time you get out of the shower and the mirror is cloudy, before you clear it off, put I-N on there and remind yourself to listen to that internal voice, the instinct, that intuitiveness. It builds integrity because you have insight. I'm telling you, it's a real thing. You notice how my voice started lowering, which, I'm a big old, but when I'm talking about, when I know that the Holy Spirit, when I know that God is right here walking around with us, which He always is, like what we're talking about is meant to be, I feel like I should be laying flat on the ground, prostrate, hiding my face, because it's just so wonderful, out of respect. And I want you all to know we're going to make it through this thing. 100 years from now, They'll be talking about this. Maybe even a baby that's born right now will be like that woman in that commercial. And as we leave today, I want to share something with you that we opened last night with. And just remember, everything you do right now is leaving a legacy, is writing a story. Every syllable is a part of your action. Your actions become words, your words become your story. And your story is what will stay behind long after our fingerprints and our DNA have gone ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Our stories are what's left behind. So as I leave you today, I'm going to show you a little bit of a story from 100 years ago, where they were leading the way for us to make our own decisions today. I'll see you back here tomorrow for another episode of Bathrobe Moments. Take a look at this as we get out of here.